Hey everyone, how we doing? What's up? We're just getting started here. Got the trip coming up Thursday. The countdown has begun. I've been counting down for quite some time. Those that know me, been talking about it for a while now. Heading out to Australia and New Zealand for 50 days. This will be the longest time I've been away from the U.S. and my home Colorado. Just kind of gearing up more. Last year I did a couple trips for 3 weeks at a time, so tested it out a little bit, but now I'm ready to just go out there and experience it. I tell people it's pretty much everything you've learned in your life up until this point. You go out and you apply it, and while you're still out, you're learning more things. And I think traveling just has really brought a lot of insight and perspective to my life. And my best friend David Conti Travels really just helped inspire that movement of lifestyle. And just we've both been in that same position, been with partners and almost damn near close to having the family life, having the house and close to having kids kind of thing, but just didn't work out. And so I've been owning my own business for 5 years now, and just been able to get the flexibility to come and go as I please. My ultimate goal is to be living in the U.S. 5-6 months a year while I'll work for my business, DJing, photography, and hockey coaching. And then the other 7 months, I'd love to be just out somewhere else outside of the U.S. It's really brought a lot of perspective to my life and just has made me grow as a person. And I just am excited to get back on the road, and this one's just purely for photography. That's mostly what they are. I've done a few international trips for hockey to play, so I'm really excited about this one. And it's the first time going to Australia, be there for 2 weeks, and heading back to New Zealand. This will be my second time. 18 years ago, I went with my aunt and uncle, and I fell in love with the country. And I've been having it on the list to want to go back as soon as possible. There's so many other places in the world to visit, but I needed to go back here. Something spoke to me there, so I'm really excited about that. But enough of that. We are setting up the bag for travel. So we have my Nomadic backpack. This is a great bag. It's a carry-on bag. Most of the airlines won't give you any issues with bringing it on. I believe it's the 40-liter. Has great storage. Has spaces for your computer, laptop if you need to bring. Additional storage up top for headphones and little knickknacks. I usually put gum, a face mask just in case. The side compartments on the bag are perfect for having all the chargers, cables. I like to put a Bluetooth speaker. I have the adapter for all the different places and countries for their plugs and things like that. Obviously, they won't have the same setup as the US does. So this Nomadic bag has really been something that I've really enjoyed packing. There's just something about it, getting ready for the trip. It's not stressful. I'm not worrying, what am I going to bring? What am I going to fit? It's always the same kind of setup there. And it's, again, a carry-on, so it's a backpack style, and it's more practical for my style of traveling. And so I'm really excited to get this guy filled up and just be prepared for, the unknown. Going to Australia, looks like the weather's really decent right now. Going into fall out there, it seems to be 60-70 degrees. And then New Zealand also going into fall. I'm flying into the South Island first, and so I was watching a vlog yesterday and seeing that someone had been there just recently, about a month ago, and they had snow. So I'm definitely preparing for all elements. I'm going to be out for photography. So let's kind of just go through some of the items that I'm bringing this go around. So I have a couple beanies, always come in handy, especially early in the morning, late at night. Definitely want to have those for your head. Bringing a ski mask. Don't ski, but this does wonders for your face. Make sure to, just keep from the ears and just from the nose down. Just keeps it comfortable for when you're out there. I like to get up early at times for a certain landscape or different things I want to go see. So just being warm allows you to be out and be comfortable when you're in those elements. Picked up some new gloves today. Hopefully these guys will come in handy. I can't believe it. I think they rung up wrong, but I got them for $2 at Walmart. So Walmart's coming in clutch with those. Rainproof, looks like they're the fleece material, kind of like that puff, and then on the front side they have a little bit of grip there. So I just had been using some cotton $10 gloves from Target, so kind of upgraded there. Shirts, just go with plain shirts, nothing special here. These guys are just called Athletic Works, got them from Walmart as well. I just like plain colors, goes with anything, and they're not fully cotton, so they're polyester, so a little bit more lightweight, a little bit more breathable, and just go with a mixture of colors there. I got 5-6 different shirts there. I usually just try to bring 5-6 shirts, and then the same thing for pants. It's kind of a combination between pants and shorts. So I have these fleece materials for the shorts. I really like these ones. They have the drawstrings on the front so you can tie them up. They're kind of like swim trunks, but they have zippers for your wallet, zippers on the sides for your pockets. So these are going to be kind of for shorts, depending on how the weather stays afloat out there. Can probably potentially wear some shorts. I got the thermals. Can't go wrong with having thermals in your bag. Again, in the mornings or late at night, having these under your pants. I can't tell you how many times I almost wear them almost every day in the morning. Just they help keep me comfortable. And then as far as pants, over the last few years, I've kind of switched out from the heavy jeans and stuff that's not as comfortable, not as practical when you're out there in the elements. So I've kind of gotten away from those and just moved into these joggers, I guess you could say. Drawstrings, they have the wallet spots, pocket spots, and then they're that fleece material that can really get wet and get dirty, and they're just tough and they're flexible, so they're comfortable when I'm getting down and moving around and stuff like that. So have various colors of those pants that I've been able to upgrade to the last couple years. And a lot of this stuff's just come from Burlington Coat Factory here in Colorado or Walmart. So this right here, all of this stuff isn't very expensive. I've bought in a lot of this. I would say all of these clothes combined right now, I'm sitting maybe at $150 USD, and we got 8 pairs of pants combined with the pants and shorts and the shirts. So when you're shopping for traveling, you don't want to overdo it because you want to save that money for when you're actually doing the traveling part. So I got all those set aside, kind of ready for seeing what to fit in the bag. And then these mesh bags, these are awesome. I use these all the time. These square ones have the zipper pouch, so I put my t-shirts in there. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Fits really comfortably in there. Fold them up, and they're just kind of flat. They don't take up a lot of space. So once you have it there, essentially that's it in the bag. It's, I mean, pretty low key for putting it in the backpack. And then for the pants, same thing. Put those guys in here. Alright, and then gonna pack some jackets, of course. So got this puffy jacket actually from a company that I used to work for, and this thing's pretty cool because it can pack into like a little pouch, which has come in handy because the times that I've slept in a car, I've used it as a pillow. So just kind of folds up the whole thing inside to this little pouch. Saves a lot of space too. It's one of my favorite jackets to travel with. It's really comfortable too, and good in all the elements. Just pushes down. Has that little zipper. Always got to be careful with the zippers, right? Try not to get your stuff snagged. There's the jacket there. Again, find stuff that's easily packable, that doesn't take up a lot of space. You don't want to not have things, but can't bring everything. And then of course just the rain jacket, never know, always comes in handy too. And it has a hood, something with a hood. The puffy jacket unfortunately doesn't have a hood, so this one is nice to have. And I usually wear this over a hoodie, things like that, because it's not super warm, but it's definitely more for the rain and things like that. Reusable bags. This is something that I'm excited about to bring. I have this. This came with a Wander bag. I believe it's for your laundry. So I kind of put the dirty clothes in there, and then when I go to the laundromat or wherever I'm doing laundry, have all my laundry in there to wash. But oftentimes when I'm staying, I usually just have this bag, and I use it for when I go grocery shopping. Can't eat out all the time, don't want to eat out all the time. Of course, experience other food and cultures and things like that and try different places, but it adds up when you're eating out all the time, especially, as you know, in the US it's not cheap, and where I'm going, Australia, New Zealand, it's not necessarily the cheapest place for food either. So this time I'm having this, as well as just bringing one reusable bag. Folds up nicely. Gonna put it in where the laptop spot goes of my backpack. I don't bring a laptop. Sometimes I bring my iPad, but for the most part, it's just my mobile phone. So bringing that this time for when I go grocery shopping, which I know I will, especially with the camper van in New Zealand. I have a mini fridge and things like that. So finally have something to carry out the groceries. That's little things that you don't know, right, until you start doing it. Another big thing is, I'm trying to find it. Had them somewhere. Somewhere in here. Towels. A lot of hostels I've stayed at don't provide the towel for you. If you're camping, obviously, you're not going to have a place providing a towel. I mean, you're very fortunate that you do. So I just bought these smaller towels, not heavy duty, but get the job done right. And more than anything, they're small so they can pack away. Probably bring 2 of them this trip just because I'm going to be gone for a lot longer. And if one's wet or if I need to use it to wipe something down, I have that as a spare. So we got that. All right, I'm feeling good about everything. I got this new airplane pillow. Let's check this thing out. I've had some neck pain for quite some time. I was in a car accident several years ago. Got hit by a drunk driver. Very fortunate to be able to walk away from that with nothing crazy, but over the years I've had long-term side effects in the neck, and especially with hockey and different things like that. The neck's always kind of having some certain pain. So I got this off of eBay. I mean, there's so many things out there nowadays, right? So this one is more of not a U like the traditional pillow. I have this, very stylish, right? The leopard print ones. And so this one's going bye-bye. And now we're going into the new soft Velcro around the neck all the way. Take that hat off. It's all the way around for comfort, and then kind of feels like I was in a car accident wearing this thing again, but no, just has nice neck support there, front too. I can already tell it's already made a difference just from the way that it's designed and shaped, so I'm super excited to use that. Headphones still fit around it. I have the earplug ones too, the in-ear headphones, but I like the over-ear ones, just a little bit more comfortable. So headphones still fit on just fine. Came with earplugs, and then a game changer I haven't had before, a sleeping mask. So, I mean, for a 15-hour flight to Australia, I definitely want to be comfortable, and 13 hours back from New Zealand. So you gotta have comfort. Plan on taking some melatonin this time too. But yeah, So that's nice. And it stores away really nice. It's nice just to be able to feel good about the stuff you're bringing, and like it's just kind of exciting to start to use it. So it rolls up kind of like a little coil. Gave you a little bag that you can put in there. So it takes up less space again than the old traditional like pillow. Eye mask goes inside. Earplugs if I need. Little drawstring. And that's the size of that thing. So that'll be able to be packed away in the backpack as well. Let's go over the camera bag. That's the most exciting part, right? So we are now just going with the 9-liter bag from Wander. This is the Rogue Sling 9L. I also have the lavender color, the 6L, which has been great. But yeah, the black waterproof is waterproof again. And we have the Fuji inside, bringing the X-T30. That's the only camera that I'm bringing this trip. Just got the new 18-300 Tamron. It's a crazy focal length, so much range, and just all-in-one they call it. We have the Sigma lens that my buddy David got me. Grateful for that. 18-50, so these guys are kind of like siblings, except the Tamron can just go even further. Obviously, you can see the size, though, on this guy. A little bit more bulky. Not too bad, but if I want to be a little bit more discreet, I have the Sigma that I can throw on there, so good there. We have the Pancake. Probably retire this guy here. This one's from TT Artisan. This is my first lens that I had with the Fuji. It has a lot of vignette, so I'm not too fond of that one after I've graduated to some of these other lenses. I might bring it. It's hard to just like leave it at home because it's the first lens that I've had with the camera, and it's so small, so we might bring it. We're not sure yet. And then last but not least, we have the 56 by TT Artisan, and this one has a 1.8 aperture. Definitely bringing this one just for the low light. Great for night photography and things like that. So got that one in the bag as well. And then some of the things we just bring inside the bag. I mean, I just love this backpack. It has the sling to wear, comfortable on the back here. Underneath, you have a water bottle holder that drops down. So practical. A little compartment for all your cords, chargers. It just makes things so much easier to grab and to wear. Inside, we got a couple power banks. So I've used these things so many times. Power banks come in handy. Just picked up this the other day. This is from Think Tank. This is a water poncho for your camera. Very inexpensive, and I can't tell you how many times I've been out with my Fuji during the rain. This particular model X-T30 isn't waterproof. It's not weather resistant. The lens has weather sealed, but the Fuji X-T30 is not. So with the Think Tank product now, goes right over, hooks into the hot shoe of the camera here. And attaches to the lens here. I'll probably do some videos with it out there when I'm using it, but it's a great investment to have because now I don't have to be wearing the Fuji underneath my shirt, hiding in the car, can stay actively out and capturing some of those other options there. And then inside here, just this compartment, it's a little dark, but got lens hood covers for the different lenses, which is great. Have the battery. So yeah, that's the Wander bag there. Front of it, this is usually where I keep all my important documents: passport, international driver's license, my wallet. That way I'm not worried about it being in a pocket, losing it. The camper bag goes everywhere. Like, once I get to my stay for Australia, I'm going to be staying in hostels and shared Airbnbs, so the backpack will stay there, but the wander bag comes everywhere with me. It's easy to carry. These expand. I can roll up and put the rain jacket in there, my puffy jacket in there. So that's something that I really do enjoy having. So this is usually my setup for the trips, just these 2 bags. Because I'm going for 50 days and my airline, I have a free checked bag. Gonna be bringing the mini blue suitcase, and open it up. Gonna bring this guy, and it's the sleeping bag, so literally takes up a majority of that. It seems silly, right? I'll cinch this down a little bit more, so it'll give me some space on the side. I'll usually put my personal hygiene bag in here on the side instead of the backpack, just to free up some more space. But the sleeping bag, right? So why bring that? Well, I'm going to be staying in the camper van, and I just don't really know what to expect as far as the temperatures. Now, the camper company, Mad Campers, provides the pillows and the duvet and things like to keep you warm at night, but I'm not really sure what to expect as far as what it's going to be like at night. And when I went on my last trip to Bangor, Maine, and Nova Scotia last year in Canada, I brought this extra suitcase. It's not huge. It could be a carry-on too if I didn't have the backpack, but that sleeping bag saved me so many times sleeping in the car. Just a sleeping bag, right? We all know it. Keeps you comfortable, keeps you protected and warm, and just something that you can guarantee you're not going to be cold at night. So with that, and what the Mad Campers van camper company provides, I think I'll be in good hands there. So but I'm able to bring a few extra things and stuff it into that small suitcase. And if I have a free checked bag with my airline, and I'm going to have transportation, a rental in Australia, a rental in New Zealand, it's not really hard to travel around with this thing because it's going to be sitting in the car most of the time. So if I wasn't renting a car, I was staying in the inner city, traveling by train and bus, things like that, I would really just be fitting everything into the nomadic bag. I wouldn't need a sleeping bag. I would be staying more at hostels and things like that. So that's the only thing. I kind of went back and forth deciding, well, do I bring it? Do I not? I'm just going to play it safe. Just going to have it. It's better to be prepared than not to be. So yeah, super excited. But those 3 things, that's pretty much all I have for my bag setup as of now. But we're in good shape. Finally have everything that I feel comfortable with at this point in time. This is my 3rd or 4th international solo trip, so at this point I feel like I have a good grasp on it, and now it's just ready to go out and experience and bring some amazing content. Right now recording on the DJI Pocket 3 Osmo. Another great thing that my best friend David Conti Travels had mentioned to me. He got it for his journey out to Asia, and after seeing some of his vlogs on YouTube, I was like, that's a no-brainer. I have to get something like that. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a lot of vlogging, but I do want to share my story. I think it's important only for myself to document and kind of really look back at those times of where I've come from, but also to share those with others who are interested in doing things like this, because as we know, life is so short and it's available for us. We can easily do this if we put our mind to it, and if I can do it, I know absolutely you can do it. So I'll probably be doing a mixture of some vlogs. Again, not entirely sure what to expect. The focus is photography for sure, but I do want to document some video, and I will be making some short clips, more of like 30-second, 45 seconds of the landscape, of the journey. So I'm really kind of honing in on that side of things, kind of these short films. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you over on the other side. Thank you.